Hear ye, gather round for another edition of Young Kings Wrestling, featuring the JDF Memorial Sovereign Soundboard. As always, you can find us on most platforms streaming your favorite podcast episodes, including Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Amazon Music. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, leave us a review of the 5-star kind. Subscribe to us on YouTube at YK Wrestling. Links to all the platforms and merchandise available at YKWrestling.com. Welcome back, or if this is your first time, welcome to the Nuck If You Buckingham Palace. As always, I am the thespian TC Fontaine, aka TC Light, aka TCF Baby. Please say the baby. Joined by King Reek, House of Havoc, first of his name. Yeah, sir. I like that intro. I get so hyped doing the intro every single week, man.
Yeah, man.
Even when, so, you know, I mentioned last week how my allergies was just on 10.
Mm-hmm.
You know that LeBron meme? You know, here go 2 more for y'all. That's what happened to me this past week. Because, like, my shit was kind of bad last week. This week, it was just a whole nother level. This shit was like super shredder. That shit came back with a vengeance this week. Man, I'm talking about 10 consecutive sneezes, all types of shit, bro. Like, what's going on? Yeah, so if I sound different, that's why. I've been sneezing and stuffy and yeah. Hey, medicine ain't working. That's the worst part, when the medicine don't work.
We got the daylight savings today, and then
man, shout out to daylight savings.
And then to celebrate that, the weather machine busted over here.
Oh wow, it's kind of decent over here right now.
How I got some little bit of rain, some hail, snow, sunlight, and then sunlight mixed with snow.
You in the Midwest? What's good?
Not even.
There's some Midwestern shit going on.
Oh, the machine broke today, man.
Hey, man. Yeah, that's usually what happens. Like, daylight savings just makes shit weird. And I was watching I watched this movie with like Julia Roberts, Ethan Hawke, Mahershala Ali. It was like some end of the world apocalypse type shit.
Oh yeah.
It's just like that made me think, like, any apocalyptic shit that's gonna happen, they got the ability to start it up. Cause, like, I know they got a weather machine at this point. They gotta have a weather machine.
Facts. Yeah.
You remember what was it, like a year ago? It was just last year. It was a cold front over the entire country at the same damn time, bro. Like, when does that happen?
Yeah, man. They slipping.
like y'all show your hand, bro. Like, and the thing is, they show their head, like, what your niggas gonna do about it? Nothing. That's exactly what it is. We ain't gonna do shit about it. So they can do whatever they want. Hey, shout out to daylight savings, man. Shout out to that 2 a.m. hour.
What happened to that boy?
Listen.
This is the first daylight savings in a very long time. I slept through that whole situation. I usually like to watch the clock change. Nah, I was knocked out, fam. Told you the allergies, they had me going crazy.
Like, I thought I was going to. I really didn't. I just couldn't go to sleep. Like, I went to sleep mad late.
Yeah, that's usually how I go. So, shout out to daylight savings, man. Shout out to March Madness. I've been watching college hoops like the last couple days, so you know what that means. New Young Kings Wrestling Madness bracket coming soon. We're gonna be doing the WrestleMania main events, man. So be on the lookout for that. I won't tell y'all when it is. Y'all just gonna listen to the episode and then be like, "Oh, this is the one." That way, y'all can scramble to get all sat down and get your brackets out and what have you.
Nice.
And follow along. Yeah, gotta keep y'all on your toes. So be ready for that. got some more shout outs, man. This you more familiar with this than I am, but you know what? Shout out to Akira Toriyama, the creator of
Ooh,
Dragon Ball. Also
man,
worked on like
listen.
Dragon Quest, Doctor Slump, Chrono Trigger, bunch of stuff. The GOAT of anime passed away about a week ago. You really gangster when you die and your family get to pay their respects and then the public find out about it.
Right.
This man been dead for like almost 2 weeks, and we just now found out about it.
That's crazy as hell, man.
That's gangster though. So shout out to my man's right here. You more the Dragon Ball Z guy than I was. I only really watch wrestling, but every now and again, somebody around me was watching Dragon Ball Z. I'm tapping in. I'm like, yo, is nigga Goku going crazy? Like,
Man, listen.
what's your thoughts on my man's Akira Toriyama for real?
Oh man, that hurt. That hurt because that's my childhood. You know what I'm saying? If I
Oh
wasn't
yeah.
watching wrestling, I was watching Dragon Ball Z, and it's like before there was the anime craze when everybody got onto it. Like this was all you had. Like you had shows like this, and the block on Toonami and stuff like that. So
Pokemon.
yeah, like this was that show that just had you hooked. Like if you just even if you was like a new fan, something like that. Like you could find some characters you can get into, a storyline you can get into, a fight you can get into. Like it had everything in this. You know what I'm saying? And to see how it grew, getting in so much in the mainstream culture now, especially in the present day. Like you got Goku in the Macy's Day Parade now. Half the people don't even know who he is. You know what I'm saying? But like that's where we at now. You know what I'm saying? So, my guy, you know what I'm saying, that was a childhood for a whole generation. You know what I'm saying? So that was crazy. That was crazy to hear, man. Especially,
Yeah, man.
I think he was on like 68.
Yeah, he had like a brain tumor or something. So fuck cancer.
Yeah, man.
Fuck cancer.
Nasty business.
Sure.
Nasty business.
RIP to the GOAT of anime for real. Shout out to my mans out here. Shout out to your boy Sean O'Malley, retaining the UFC bantamweight title last night at UFC 299. Rematch versus Marlon Vera. I think they faced off 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was a minute.
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, it's
you
when
catch that? I missed that one. I tried to watch the event, but
I was watching the highlights. But nah, man, night and day over the last fight. I mean, Sean was fine in the last fight until he got hurt. That's really what it was. Like I think he broke his foot or something like that, and that's really what did him in. But nah, this time it was a rout. Like listen, Cheeto's a tough motherfucker to be taking the beats like that because he took like 2 bad knees straight to the face.
He routed my man's, and it was still a unanimous decision. So
Oh
he
yeah,
fought all 5 rounds, and he got his ass whooped for 5 rounds.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was nasty business. But nah, man. Listen, I can't take nothing from Cheeto. He a bad motherfucker because that. Listen, a lot of times Sean done starched some people in there. You know what I'm saying? So he could take it, but nah, man. Sean he had some unfinished business with that fight in particular. So this was putting a stamp on it. Like we good now.
Hey, I'm gonna have to check that out later. But I did catch my nigga Francis Ngannou getting knocked out like crazy. Got folded like a convertible, like a drop top.
Jesus.
Just I ain't seen a knockout like that in a minute.
Either. And it's like all this we've been giving Joshua about, like, man, he probably ain't gonna get the big fights no more. And then this happened, like,
hey,
no, man.
Hey, since he had Derrick James, he been acting kind of different.
Yeah.
Like low key.
What's going on?
Like he got his confidence, he got his swag back. I ain't seen that swag from Anthony Joshua since 2017, around then, 18 maybe.
Hey, the walk off was cold as hell.
Hey, on God.
like y'all should have known this was gonna happen.
Hey, he was about to finish him in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so he was going crazy. I used to like Anthony Joshua, and he started acting funny, and then like he kind of been on my shit list. But like now, I'm starting to come back around to Brody.
Yeah, man. If he gets
shout out to bro.
You know what I'm saying? He getting it together. We ain't BSing no more. We might be doing something.
Yeah,
Might be.
man. So yeah, listen, this UFC talk, this count towards our show.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, man.
TKO on both WWE and UFC, so we can
It
talk
definitely
about that
do.
over here.
And listen. If one more person try to come out with Undertaker's theme, like, bro, there's other people that you could pick. Because Izzy did it. It was cold. Like, he had the hat, he had the urn. Like, that was cold. And, Michael Page was just like, yeah, I don't know. He had like a cape on and a hood. Like, I don't know what all that was about. He's just getting some dramatic effect out there. But listen, it's plenty of other people that y'all can bite off of. Like, we don't got to keep using Taker.
Yeah, man. Why don't nobody ever come out the Stone Cold?
Right? That should be like
that make a
top
lot
of the
sense?
list.
Yeah.
That would be top of the list for me.
Like, I mean, Kobe, he come out with Kurt Angle shit. Like, that play into whatever gimmick he got going on. So I understand it. But like, outside of that, y'all need to start coming out the Kurt Angle shit. Like, why nobody come out the Kevin Owens music? That's some shit that give you hype. Like,
yeah.
Why nobody come out the Mark Henry shit, bro? Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Y'all do be coming out the Taker music a lot. Like, I know nobody want to come out the John Cena music. I can even have John Cena walk you out there if it's a big enough event.
Listen. Do that.
I'm throwing free game to y'all out here.
If you need a stock boost, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're not on the marquee and you're trying to get your numbers up, that's an easy answer for you right there.
All you gotta do is start with getting John Cena to follow you on Twitter. You follow everybody except me.
I'm about to say.
You follow Reek.
Yeah. I'm about to say he got
like you follow everybody. All you gotta do is get him to follow you, hop in his DMs, be like, hey fam, I'm fighting 2 months from now. Your schedule good. You're not filming nothing. Come mess with your boy, man. Walk me out to the ring. I want to come out to John Cena theme music.
Yeah, man.
John Cena, I watched his interview with Chris Van Vliet. This man said he was about to turn heel when he was facing The Rock, like 12 years ago. Had new music and everything. I want to hear that song. He need to drop it. He need to drop that song.
That's what I'm saying.
I need to hear that.
Whenever his last match is, you better drop the track.
Yeah, something like.
Let me know what's up.
Remaster it, all that. I want to hear it. I've been trying to listen. John Cena has dropped only 2 songs since that album came out.
Yeah,
like we fiending. Get your ass in that studio, John.
Like ain't like he scrub. Like he actually be making some heat. So
he cold too.
Now I gotta know what's good. You know what I'm saying? You got back in the studio.
Yeah, like he did John.
He did the one track with Wiz on 2K15.
That's the 2 joints I was talking about. He dropped 2 songs with Wiz for 2K, and that's it. We ain't heard nothing from him since. I don't even think that was 2K. That might have been before 2K. It was Googleable. Let's see.
I don't know. The one joint was on the game. I don't know about the other one.
It was 2 of them on the game. It was 2K. I think it was the first 2K actually. Now that I think about it. Man, they've been with 2K that long, almost 10 years.
Yeah, I think 2K14 was the first one.
Damn, they've been there 10 years.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
I ain't played not one game. I played the one with Stone Cold. That was it. I played that shit for about 5 minutes and then just put NBA back in. I couldn't do it.
I think shout
out to John Cena though, man. My man's out here. 3. Yeah, I'm the one now kind of look tough. I might have to.
Oh yeah, that's on the list.
Yeah, I might have to cop. Shout out to John Cena out here. You might see John Cena on the Oscars tonight, man. So shout out to the Oscars. Another year where I did not finish my Oscar binge. This marks 3 straight years. So I caught a couple of them though. I caught the ones that mattered for the most part. Oppenheimer, Barbie. Surprisingly, Barbie was the first one I watched. Barbie was fire. Barbie was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Trying to make this wrestling related to talk about the Oscars. Give me your 5 favorite wrestling movies. Let's talk about this.
Wrestling movies. Oh man, damn.
Recency bias has me saying the Iron Claw. That was going ham.
Yeah, that's true. Probably top of the list got to be The Wrestler because that's like the most realistic you could possibly get.
Yeah, man, that's a Chris Jericho biopic.
Oh man!
Ironically, Chris Jericho was involved with the promotion of this movie, so
he was.
Shout out to Mickey Rourke, man.
I'm about to say that was when him and Mickey had that little beef. They were supposed to have a match.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but the match got canceled. He ended up fighting. It was Roddy, Jimmy Snuka, and Steamboat.
Ricky. Yeah.
Hey, Jericho and Steamboat went crazy though. I will turn on WrestleMania 25 specifically to watch that 5 minutes that they was working. And then I think they had another match. Was it at the next show, the next pay-per-view? They had a one-on-one.
Yeah, Backlash. It was better.
It was. Steamboat had a little bit more time to train, like looking like he never like Steamboat could have had a little run with the, in the mid-card around that time.
For sure.
This is a year after. This is like 2 years after Ric Flair and Roddy Piper were tag champs. Like you could have had Steamboat get a little run, compete for the Intercontinental title around this time.
Yeah, man.
Jericho and Steamboat had a 12-minute match at Backlash, bro.
Damn.
Steamboat wrestled 12 minutes. Yeah, I'm about to run that too. Shout out to Steamboat.
Yeah,
I love fighting with my family. That was pretty.
I was about to say, yeah, that was good. Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, I forget that's on my list. You can't forget Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, man.
I watched Ready to Rumble. It was a StarCast panel. I totally forget who was on the panel. I want to say Hurricane. I might be wrong about that. I don't remember who was on the panel, but yeah, it was at StarCast. We watched Ready to Rumble. It was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool. Ready to Rumble Cena was in that. He was. He was in the BG. He was in the background. Because remember, he was at the power plant WCW when they was filming that movie. So yeah, John Cena was almost in WCW. Y'all might not have known it.
Hey, do Beyond the Mat count?
Yeah, it count. It's a documentary biopic. It count.
Not to say, because that was the first time we seen the whole Brett Vince situation backstage. Yeah. You see him stumbling out the locker room at the Brett snuffed it.
Knock the shit out that nigga. He's gonna puke.
Yeah, man. That if you didn't know that Vince was psycho after that, I don't know what to tell you, man.
And I can't leave off No Holds Barred. Shout out to my guy Tiny Lister. And only shout out to Tiny Lister as far as that movie goes.
I'm about to say, yeah, that's as far as I go with that one. Because Zeus was cold.
Yeah, I might have to check this. I might have to watch this one and then like try to not criticize how bad it is. Because it was bad when I was a kid. So I know as an adult, I don't went to film school, acting school, all that. Cringe. I know it's bad now. I know it's horrible now. And then I just remembered this movie Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies with Shane Douglas and RVD and Roddy Piper.
I was about to say, because we put that in the chat. I'm like, I know I've seen something like this before, something like a trailer for it or something. Yeah,
that's on Peacock, and I'm gonna watch it before the week is over with, and I'll report back next week in regards to that.
Yeah, I got.
And then I found out it was another movie came out a couple years ago. It was a cartoon, like children's movie about monsters wrestling. And it got some names in this joint, like Terry Crews, Stephen A. Smith, Tony Danza, Tony Shalhoub from Monk, Kevin from The Office, Brian Bumgardner, and then Michael Buffer is doing voices in there too. Complete with Becky Lynch and Roman Reigns doing voices as well. So like that's gonna be on my list coming up soon as well.
Hey, hold on. What?
Yeah, it got some heavy hitters in that joint, and I ain't heard about it yet. I think I heard about it like one time around like when it came out. You remember that joint on Netflix with Dabba-Kato and the little kid
Oh,
and
yeah,
Pam from
yeah. I was about to
Martin?
say it was a Netflix movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
that was pretty good. I think it had like Kofi Kingston and Keith Lee was
Yeah,
in it.
right,
Yeah, it had
right.
some joints in there too. That was pretty good. It was a little heartwarming, little kid film. Like not nothing to take super seriously. Just a little cheesy kid flick.
I meant to tap into that. I was
It was crazy.
I wasn't too hype on seeing, you know, another kid in the wrestling ring after Nicholas. So I was, you know,
Oh yeah, Nicholas had me hot.
yeah, listen.
Cause we all
uh
wanted to be Nicholas at one point.
I'm telling you, like the whole, because I was in, it was me and some of my people. We was all at the house watching the show, and the second they said, "Yo, we serious with this?" Like, because I'm thinking somebody else gonna show up. Now they dead serious. Said, "Hey, this kid Nick is gonna wrestle." We all was like at the same time, like, "Yo, fuck this
Bruh.
kid, get him up out of here,
Then
bro."
come to find out Nicholas is a Nepo baby.
Yeah,
That shit
yep,
really had me hot. Like, damn.
yeah, man.
Why could nobody in my family be working in the WWE? I could have
That's
been
what I'm
wrestled at
saying, bro.
WrestleMania, all that.
Yeah,
Crazy work.
yeah, man.
Crazy work.
Ain't no
Now,
good.
about 25 minutes into the show, let's talk about this week in wrestling history. I want to find out how long we've been on. We would just talk about this before we got on air about how we was not gonna get sidetracked today. Lo and behold, we done got sidetracked. Usually the shit that we do in the first 5 minutes of the show then took 20 minutes to get to. It's all good. We
That's
here
cool.
now. We're gonna run through it. Let's talk about this week in wrestling history. 1972, New Japan Pro Wrestling held their inaugural show called Opening Series. Carl Gotch defeated Antonio Inoki in the main event.
Damn.
Yeah, you know that was old. That was 52 years ago.
Them two names right there.
Man,
Shit.
these niggas was wrestling in 1920, bro. Like
Right.
type shit.
Whew.
1983, the Wild Samoans win their final and third tag team championship. Held it for 252 days before losing the Soul Patrol. Y'all remember that one. So 1983, the Rock's Pops ended up beating Roman's Pops for the tag titles. That happened.
Yes,
True
sir.
story. 1999, Kurt Angle made what was his official televised debut on Sunday Night Heat. Was offered $5,000 from Tiger Ali Singh to blow his nose on the American flag. He ended up blowing his nose on the Indian flag instead. Know it smelled crazy on there.
Facts.
Yeah, I know that flag was smelling crazy. They had to apologize for that too.
Oh, I know they
insensitive
did.
it was.
Listen, the flag stuff. We said this before. I don't know why heels think that's cool to do. Because you do that in the wrong place, it's a wrap for you.
Yeah, nigga blew his nose on the Indian flag. Like, man, that was what I thought it was really crazy. Like, not even a year, not even 6 months, I don't think, after 9/11, you had niggas out here flying the US flag upside down in every US city they visited. Like, WWE was wild.
That's crazy.
I used to hate them niggas too, man. Test and Christian and William Regal. Who else was in that joint? Lance Storm. The Un-Americans. They ain't even had they name was swagless too, the Un-Americans.
Right.
Fuck with
Yeah,
y'all.
Lance had all them gimmicks going on. Yeah, then he had the like 2 weeks where they played that dance, the music had him dancing.
The Cabbage Patch.
Hey,
Stone Cold called that nigga boring, bro. In the middle of a match, the whole for 5 minutes, this nigga was wrestling. Stone Cold just called him boring. Like that's how you bury somebody, bro. Dead ass, bro. No wonder Lance Storm don't got nothing nice to say.
I ain't mad at him. Shit.
I ain't mad either.
That's cold blooded.
He real straightforward. Let's go to 2001, man. Paul Heyman appeared on Raw as a new color commentator, just randomly. Nobody in ECW knew. ECW wasn't even down yet. Like, that shit still technically existed at the time.
Right.
And everybody just saw Paul pop up on Monday night. and was like, "Oh, all right, I bet."
Cool.
Tommy Dreamer, you know where Tommy Dreamer went? He went into the closet.
Ooh,
He
got
went
the
into the
blicky.
closet on
He
the
had the
top
blicky
shelf,
full.
got that thing out. He said, "All right,
Oh man.
if Jim Ross
Yeah.
don't call my phone in the next 5 minutes, it's over for you niggas."
He almost shut the business down. Oh
Dead ass.
man.
And people have tried a lot to do that. This shit,
Hey.
wrestling is like a cockroach, man. I don't think it's ever gonna die at this point.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully not, man.
Hopefully not. Especially now. Like TKO gotta get that shit on lock.
Right. Getting out of control sometimes.
Niggas
man.
have tried and come very close to killing this shit.
Some scary hours.
Yeah. So shout out to Paul Heyman. We're gonna talk about him more in a second. 2010, your boy Terry and your boy Rick made their wrestling debuts on Impact in a match. Biss and Terry defeated AJ Styles and Ric Flair. Can't remember because I got a very, very Dory type of memory going on right now. But this was in 2010. The first matches for Terry and Rick since 2006 and 2008, respectively. And Ric Flair ended up having, trying to remember, 11 more matches after this one match.
That's too many.
11. It is. It's about 13 too many.
He looked like a robot when he had that match with Randy in 06.
Yeah.
Because the back wasn't backing. So
even like in 02, he was looking kind of crazy trying to move around.
Yeah.
Just 22 years ago. He's still trying to wrestle. He was still trying to take bumps. He took a bump last week. He did take a bump last week. But he was trying to do more than what he did in that match, I heard.
He took a bump last week.
You didn't watch Sting match?
Oh, I gotta watch it back. I started watching like a couple matches of it the other day.
Yeah.
I heard it was good though.
Yeah, I got that on the list too. We can talk about that when we get to it. Let me get through this first. 2014, Occupy Raw, Daniel Bryan held the show hostage, challenged Triple H to a match at WrestleMania, and said whoever wins that match can get into the main event. This man held the show hostage to get that crack. Y'all think y'all think he was holding the show hostage for real too? That's the funny part. It's still people that think he was like legitimately holding the show hostage. And like it's people that still think this wasn't a storyline from the jump. It's kind of sad, actually. I ain't even gonna lie.
What we expect at this point in time.
Yeah. And then
just like now.
Right. Right. 2007 RIP to Big Cat Ernie Ladd. Passed away 68 years old. Fuck cancer. 2013 RIP Paul Bear, 58 years old. 2019 RIP King Kong Bundy at 62. So 3 Hall of Famers all got their anniversaries this past week. And then talk about them birthdays, man. We talked about Tiger Ali Singh earlier. My man's had a birthday this past week, as did Jordan Grace, current Knockouts champion over there in TNA. Your boy Ken Anderson.
Kennedy.
Mr. I couldn't stand that nigga, bro.
I couldn't either, but I love the gimmick.
The microphone gimmick was fire, but outside, once the bell rung, get this nigga off my TV.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. Bruce Pritchard, Bruce B. Weiland had a birthday this past week. Tyler Bate, David Flair, Chad Gable, Melina, Luchasaurus, JoJo, and Bad Bunny turned 30.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, boy, man.
Hey, I got a birthday celebration idea in about a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? Pull up to Philly.
Yeah.
Trying to tell you.
Hold on, let me see when Bad Bunny tour is, man. Like, let me see if he got something going on. I know he just started a tour a couple weeks ago. He was here for a couple. I think he was here like 2 straight nights a couple weeks back.
Yeah, he living on the tour, man.
Hey, listen, this man got a show in Detroit on night 1, but night 2 he don't got no dates.
Oh, say less then.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
open
then
the
that
show
Monday, he don't got nothing going on either. I'm just saying,
up. Bet. Open
take
the
you a
show
little
up.
breaky break.
Open up
I
night
better
2.
see him popping up, man. I see that
You know what I'm
schedule
saying?
free.
Yeah, bro. Open up night
Come
2.
on, Bunny.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't gotta do nothing crazy, man. Just go out there, get somebody a destroyer,
Yeah,
go back on
hey.
tour, bro.
I'm about to say he do that cold as hell. I'm with it.
Hell yeah. Hey, let's talk about the royal address of rumors now. I'm gonna go first real quick and get this cracking. The WWE Hall of Fame 2024 class. They started to announce them. Right now we only got 3. Paul Heyman, of course, they in Philly. You gotta have Paul Heyman,
Hey man.
the father of ECW. Bull Nakano and the US Express, that's Mike Rotunda and Barry Windham. Not the Wyndham Rotunda I was expecting to get announced, but
Right.
I mean, maybe they might announce some more people. But the last few years, the classes have been pretty short, just 5 members. Typically, you'll have 3 individuals with 1 woman, 1 group, and then a Warrior Award. So, with that being said, let's round out this class for who we want to get into the Hall of Fame.
You
Judging by this
already know.
criteria, Bull Nakano's already been announced, and they usually only announce 1 woman. So, y'all know who I'm going to say. But judging by that criteria, y'all might not be doing it right now. Which
Sure.
TNA got a Hall of Fame too. So I'm just saying. I gotta see in one of them at least.
Not,
WWE ain't gonna do it.
Just I don't see why. Like
Yeah. Y'all can do more than 1 woman.
There's really no reason at all.
Y'all can do more
Hey,
than
what
1 woman.
what happened to Batista's? Like I know it was
Man,
supposed to be.
He said that he want to have his schedule clear, but Dune 2 came out. So my man's a little busy.
That's true.
He said he want to have his schedule like completely clear before. And the last time they were going to do it, his schedule was clear, and then COVID happened. So like he want to. That's from what I understand. I remember seeing he said he wanted schedule clear and he wanted to be able to actually celebrate it with fans.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna put that off another year. But let's get one more individual and then let's get a Warrior Award to round it out. So who would you, if you had to choose to be in this Hall of Fame, who would you have to round this out? With Paul Heyman, Bull Nakano, and the US Express.
Sheesh, man. Who's still got to be in?
It's a lot. It's a lot of people. I'm gonna go first while you over there doing your thing, man. Let's get Lex Luger and Draws to round this up.
I did
Let's get
hear,
Draws with the Warrior Award, man.
Yeah, Lex was somebody that was rumored for a minute. So that's a
we don't know how much time we got left with Lex Luger, like. So let's get him in there so he can actually get his flowers and while he appreciate it, like go on that stage one last time. Don't know if he gonna be around at this time next year. We've been saying this about Lex Luger for the last 20-something years. We don't know if he gonna be around.
That's a fact, man. Hey, we in Philly. Why not? Put Rhino in there. Or RVD. One of the two. Oh, the RVD.
RVD's
already in. My bad. Yeah, nah, but get Rhino in there. Round him out.
I ain't mad at that. If not Rhino, I mean, we gotta have somebody else from ECW. Y'all had to have one person from ECW at least.
Yeah.
And Paul Heyman makes a lot of sense. If we're gonna have somebody else from ECW in there, Rhino, Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
Who else from ECW? Taz a little busy, so maybe not him, but
hey, listen, I don't care if he's busy. Put him in there.
Yeah, true.
Taz put the work in next to Michael Cole for the longest.
Facts. Big fact. Shout out to Michael Cole. Shout out to my guy Chris Novak interviewed Michael Cole too this past week. So
sure. Okay. All
yeah.
right.
Shout out to my mans. Yeah, Michael Cole was just talking about, commentary and shit. Talk about Corey's an heir apparent.
They live in life over there. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't
Facts.
feel the pressure no more. Like they just, you know, DJ Paul let them go do their thing. Like, you know, he's like, listen, you done been here about 30 years. You know
Mm-hmm.
what to do. You done anchor the show, both shows,
He
pay-per-views,
had to call
WrestleManias.
shows solo dolo at some points.
Right. So it's like, listen, you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Just take us through. You know what I'm saying? Corey got enough time in, so you know he got the rhythm down. You know, Wade been on NXT for a minute, so now it's just a matter of moving him on shows. So
Yeah.
yeah, they good money. Pat be in there. Pat just a vibe. You don't gotta give him a script. He know what to do. You know what I'm saying? He
I still don't
understands
know
the
why I
assignment.
don't like Pat.
I don't
Ain't
get it
nobody
either.
told me yet.
I don't
Ain't
get it either.
nobody
I'm
gave
never
an
gonna get it.
explanation or nothing yet.
They
I
just
don't like that.
it was the time of the month somebody had to get hate, and he just
Probably.
landed on the dot because y'all don't make no sense, man.
Probably. Next up, I got one more thing, man. Shout out to Logan Paul, man. As we saw on Friday night, Prime Energy is the official hydration partner of the WWE now. So
Okay,
we're gonna get a big
I
ass
seen it.
Prime bottle in the middle of the ring for all future PLEs, starting with WrestleMania. Uh,
Nah,
and listen, I'm gonna just
discriminating
say
y'all,
this now,
man.
bro. WWE, listen, man, y'all want to ruin Cody's moment with having him celebrate with this big ass Prime bottle in the middle of the ring, do you? I'm just saying, just wait till the partnership ends. That way, the story can be perfect. That's gonna be there forever.
Right.
All future images of Cody Rhodes possibly celebrating and finishing the story. Fuck that story, but finishing the story. Come on, fam. Like, we're gonna have this big ass ad in the middle of the ring and ruining the moment. We don't want that, do we? I'm just
Listen,
saying.
he know how to navigate this. He gonna get outside the ring. He gonna celebrate in the crowd. He
Hell
already
yeah.
thought this through. The
He
second
gonna
they announced
celebrate.
that,
He gonna celebrate with the wrestling club, man.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, he gonna find one of the kids because Cody loved the kids.
Hell yeah.
It's about to be a rat.
Hell yeah.
Oh
What
man.
else we got?
All right, so next Saudi show is looking like probably end of May,
The
and
day before Double or Nothing, I heard.
yeah, it's looking like it because Backlash is in May on the 4th out in France,
I gotta buy a
and,
ticket to Double or Nothing too.
and then the 26th is going to be NXT Battleground. So somewhere in the mix
Ooh.
might be the day before that. Nah, probably not. But
Hold on, let's put his calendar up right quick. Double or
yeah,
Nothing should be on the 26th.
oh
That's a
man, so they
Sunday.
going head to head.
Hey, listen, I told y'all
I'm
last
here for
week
it.
if something happened on Revolution, I would have to buy a ticket to Double or Nothing, and that thing happened. So I kind of gotta buy my ticket.
Hey man,
So I'll probably be at Double or Nothing this year. I've not spent
facts.
money on this company in 5 years since the first Double or Nothing. So,
Right. Yeah, but yeah, looking like May for that next Saudi show. And it's a real push. They want to see Dwayne get in the ring for that. You know what I'm saying? So whatever's gonna happen in Philly, it might be setting that up. I'm in for that.
yeah, me too.
Uh piggybacking off of that real quick. Since The Rock been around, apparently he got he got a lot of sway in the discussions about the Hall of Fame class, particularly this year. And that led to rumors that maybe, just maybe, another inductee will be Leah Maivia, his grandmother, who
Oh, that's the
was
Warrior
running.
recipient right there.
I'm about
Hey,
to
she
say,
should be in there. She should be in there though.
yeah,
If you know, you know.
she had the NWA territory in Hawaii
Hawaii. Yup.
after High Chief passed away. She was running that show. If you've seen Young Rock, you know they go all into it in detail. But yeah, that was like, you know, where a lot of these youngins started coming up. Like that's where a lot of the dynasty comes from. So, you know, you can't get mad at that. That's wonderful. So yeah, shout out to them. Uh another day, another dickhead in AEW making the company look bad. But this is actually funny. Because we already talked about the Sammy Guevara situation and him and Jeff. But this actual report made me laugh because the whole they said initially concussion protocol wasn't followed before going into this match.
Is it ever?
Well, look, it wasn't followed going into the match. So then Jeff did, or Sammy did the whole move thing like that, and it just so happened to catch Jeff in the face with it, and because of that, Sammy got suspended, and they don't know when he's gonna be back. So
hopefully never, man.
I mean, listen.
All right, how many strikes did somebody get for real?
Yeah, but it made me laugh because it's like, okay, we know, Sammy and on his shit, but how would you suspend him while in the same breath recognizing your own negligence? Like, I don't understand that. That, bruh, that's a damn shame.
Yeah.
But next up, Dark Side of the Ring is back out. I think the first episode of this season came out last week, and they followed. It was on Earthquake. It was this past week.
What the fucking Dark Side of the Ring with Earthquake? What do you have to talk about with him? It's dark.
I don't know. They that was last week. But we also gonna have the Sandman, Harley Race, Buff Bagwell, Brutus Beefcake, Chris Adams, Sensational Sherry, Terry Gordy, Black Saturday, and Chris Colt.
Okay. The Sandman gonna be crazy. I want to find out. I want to hear that story about how the Sandman died.
Yeah.
And then came back to life.
I know that's about to be crazy.
I didn't even know the season started. I actually hadn't been on Twitter because I just finished NXT. So I've been trying to avoid NXT spoilers by not being on my timeline. So I had no idea that Dark Side came out. So shout out to Earthquake, man. Fuck cancer.
Facts.
I know his son used to be on social media and just would post pictures of his dad, little candid stuff. So shout out to Earthquake though.
Yes, sir.
What else we got?
And last but not least, shout out to Mercedes, Sasha, however you know her. She was on the Kick Rocks Wrestling podcast, and she said the quiet part out loud because everybody wanna.
You said two quiet things out loud.
Yeah. Everybody want to guess when it might happen, when she might say, "Oh, I'm gonna come back." Like, listen, I got unfinished business. You know what I'm saying? They gave me everything, and I'm happy about it. But I'm gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a given. You know what I'm saying? Just not gonna say when. She getting her money right now. She got other things. She's acting. She said she about to drop music. Like, she on everything right now. So she, you just gotta let her be. She in her mid-20s. She got plenty of time.
She about to do what?
She about to drop music, bro.
Pray to God you don't drop that shit.
Hey, that's what she said.
I want to hear that.
She doing some acting. She doing some music. You know what I'm saying? But hey, you gotta live life. You know what I'm saying? So she getting that out the way, and then at some point she gonna be back. The other thing
that's another reason I'm gonna have to go to Double or Nothing too, because y'all know my struggles. Y'all know my struggles. SummerSlam,
right?
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Even it was 2 episodes of SmackDown that I thought she would have been on. She wasn't there. SummerSlam, she was supposed to be there, wasn't there. Wasn't booked for Money in the Bank. I ain't never seen Sasha / Mercedes wrestle. The closest I've seen was randomly her walking past me at the TNA show a couple months back. That's it.
Right.
That's the closest. So that's why I'm gonna have to go to Double or Nothing too.
When is the was it Big Business show? Is that next week?
Yeah, that's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Oh, okay. So I mean that's probably
Christian and Adam Edge Copeland in the I Quit match. I have to tap in.
Oh, facts.
For the TNT title, I have to tap in.
Yeah.
Listen, I thought Big
Catch
Business
that.
was last week, so I turned on Dynamite. And I turned that shit off when I realized Big Business wasn't last night. So I turned that shit off.
Well, I
But
mean, it was a debut, but it just wasn't that debut. It was Okada.
Okada,
Yeah.
listen, that's the quickest way to get me to not give a fuck about Okada is doing what you got him doing.
Oh yeah. that's just why I was tight when I seen how they introduced him.
Yeah.
Like, not interested. But yeah, the other thing that she said in this interview was the lad that this past injury that she just had, I think it was the ankle injury. She got told that it was career ending. That like she wasn't gonna be able to come back.
Looked like it at the time.
Yeah.
Looked like it could have been.
Yeah, so she had to go at it with the doctors like, nah, this ain't it. Like I'm not going out like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll be back. You know what I'm saying? If it takes some time, it takes some time, but you know, it's not gonna be it. And you know, and talking about retirement, you know, she's not looking at it ahead towards that, you know, just trying to worry about where she's at right now and, you know, having fun, living life, getting back to wrestling, doing whatever else she's doing, stuff like that. It was a good interview. Just tap into that. But yeah, next week or Wednesday, you know, check your watches. You know what time it's gonna be.
It'd be crazy if she don't show up.
Hey, it's gonna be a lot of people mad.
Hey, you know how I rock. I thrive off negativity. I will be online. If she don't show up, I will be there.
You're gonna be like, now y'all know how it feels.
Listen. Exactly.
Damn.
Exactly.
In
That's all we
Boston
got?
too? Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. So you know it's WrestleMania season, so we're gonna talk about what we watched this past week real quick. I watched WrestleMania 27. It was pretty bad. Pretty bad show.
Yeah.
But I did like really realize the Miz has been part of like the two biggest audibles in recent WrestleMania history. You know the shit with Snoop last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was all time horrible.
Right.
But what was that Miz documentary on Peacock like a year or two ago? He talked about his main event with John Cena at WrestleMania 27 and how he don't remember that shit.
Yeah.
And I watched it and I waited for that part to come on when he got knocked the fuck out. And that shit looked so bad.
It did.
And it's like, yo, people do this shit for our entertainment. And we got the audacity to not respect what they do a lot of the times. Like, y'all got the audacity to disrespect the Miz. This man went out there in the main event of Mania with a concussion and don't remember it.
It still won the match.
It was, yeah. And like, the crazy part about it was because, like, if y'all don't remember, John Cena tackled the Miz over the barrier. The Miz head smacked the concrete hard as shit. Loud as hell. So Miz and John Cena is out there. The ref, I want to say it was Mike Chioda, just counted them out. Like, listen, I got a job to do. I'm just counting y'all out. Like, we'll figure out. Like, Mike Chioda been around at that time 25 years, I think. So like, he knew what to do in that instance. He was good.
Yeah.
So The Rock comes out. And like everything The Rock did in hindsight was so obviously just improvised. Like he just came up with all that shit. So they restarted the match. And it was basically John Cena and The Rock was the only ones getting physical because the Miz couldn't do shit.
Right.
All the Miz did was pin John Cena. The Miz was so lost, bro.
You just look at his face. Like,
yeah, he was so lost,
zombie.
bro. Like, he had no idea what the hell was going on. And that's kind of scary.
Facts.
Like, that's real scary. So shout out to the Miz for that, man. What you watched this past week?
Ooh, man, I got back in the 05. Hey, I did not realize at all that Marty had a banger with Kurt going into me. I remember they had a match.
Remember that?
I don't. I thought it was gonna be like a wash or something like that. I'm like, wait a minute, this match going on for a minute, a commercial break in between. Like, hold on. I
That's
didn't
when
know
they
they was
signed him to a
really.
contract after that.
Yeah, like yo, it was really going.
You
at
remember
it.
when
Like,
him and
damn.
Sean was back together like shortly around that
Yeah,
time?
yeah. I remember because I just watched the Rockers match when they got back together. I'm like, okay, all right. But Kurt was just like, showing off with everybody, doing saying, I'm gonna do everything that Sean did his whole career in 4 weeks. And he had this match with Marty. I'm like, yo, Marty was putting in work out here. I'm like, okay, all right,
Yeah.
I sees you, bro. I sees you. It's cool, man.
Can't
Hey,
get out his own way.
I tell you, man, that's my thing too. I'm like, I don't know when he fell off the wagon, but it was not in this year, cause man.
Nah, from if his Dark Side episode is to be believed, because he was providing the commentary for the episode for most of it, which is why that episode is titled what it is. But if it was to be believed, he was on a good path around that time. He was kind of getting this shit together, and then this fell apart.
Yeah. Then I got on Extreme Rules. I had to go through a couple years through Brock, John Cena. That's that's where you kind of like you got confused, like, we sure this will work still? Because Brock came back, started punching my guy all in the face and busting his lip.
Yeah.
When we get into this match, he cut him up with the elbow. He's had him leaking. They had to stop the match. I'm like, hey, yo.
Facts.
They was scaring me for a minute. Oh man, listen. It was a video I seen. They was talking about that. I gotta watch that match back because I remember it being so much better than it had any right to be.
Yeah,
so now I gotta go
watched
back.
it recently. It was fire. It holds up. WLC holds up to this day.
Oh man!
So if you tapping into Extreme Rules, watch that show.
Yeah, I got 2012. So yeah, I'm gonna go 20.
That was 14.
2013. Yeah, then 2014. I want to go through 2013 again because I remember that was the last Brock versus Triple H match, because they had the SummerSlam match where they was like kind of doing like the MMA thing.
Yeah.
Then the rematch at Mania 29, which I mean, I ain't see the point in it, but then they had another match at Backlash that Brock won, so I want to watch that back too. I think it was a steel cage.
Yep. On the same show, John Cena right back in the last man standing. You care about that.
Yeah.
Alberto versus Jack Swagger in an I Quit match. Yeah, big Skip. Skip.
Come on, dog.
Oh, now Skip.
Like,
who was a world champion around this time in 2013?
13.
It was after Mania.
Ooh. Wait. Wasn't it Dolph?
Oh, is this when Dolph had a concussion?
Dolph cashed in the night after Mania.
Yeah.
But then he did get a concussion like 2 weeks later. That was terrible.
Oh yeah, because Dolph was supposed to wrestle Del Rio in the I Quit match, and he got a concussion. That's right.
Yeah. That's a damn shame.
A lot of stuff going on in the company around this time was 50-50. So I'm gonna have to run it back and see like what shit still holds up to this day. I know a lot of it doesn't. Jack Swagger for sure doesn't, because I've been watching some recent stuff with Jack Swagger. He never really hit like.
Nah.
One, he went to Oklahoma, so like that's push him to the side just off of that alone. And then the dude gimmick was boring. He had a lisp, like wasn't captivating at all. In the ring, he was all right, but it just wasn't enough. Like he wasn't the main eventer to me.
It was
and
it wasn't even Diet Kurt. It was like Dollar General Kurt.
Right. That's 99-cent store Kurt.
Yeah.
Yo, Timu Kurt, like
with no with no chops on the mic at all. No character. Like
American. Listen,
It was corny.
Being an All-American is not a character, bro.
Like it was a.
I mean, people All-American and don't win shit else.
He was the type of dude that got beat up in high school. Just the
I
adult
believe it.
version of that. That's all it was.
That's funny. A nigga that was an All-American wrestler in college got beat up in high school. That's funny as hell.
Oh yeah.
It's like, nigga, just take him down. You do a 2-leg takedown. What you do?
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
I ain't gonna shout out Jack Swagger. That shit was terrible. You know you
It
bad
was.
when Gable Steveson roasts you on Twitter.
Oh God.
I don't
Hey,
know
what
if folks
happened to
remember that. Yeah.
What happened to that experiment?
What is gay? I think he training for the Olympics.
Damn.
That's why we don't see him around as
We
often.
ain't never gonna see this dude, man.
Yeah, he ain't gonna do nothing that matter.
That's tragic.
Yeah.
Because they really like, because this was right around the time they did this.
I don't think he want to be there
NIL
for real.
thing. He probably know. Like right around the time they started like really hyping up the new, initiative to get, college athletes into the PC. It's like he was at the forefront of that. So we're thinking, okay, this is gonna be how you measure how well the system is gonna work going forward. And the first time we see him, he tried to you gave him a mic. Like, I don't understand why you keep giving these athletes who are primarily athletic, who could probably do some dope stuff in the ring, but you never give them, like send them to promo class, like had them go through some intensive, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
don't
man.
just go put them out there in front of people just because they've been professional athletes or college athletes and hand them a microphone. Like, you dooming them from the start.
My man's
Like
pulled up
that's
with the
all it
worst
is.
tattoos I ever seen in existence.
Oh my God. It's terrible, man.
No swag. Man was on WrestleMania, no swag. I don't remember because I know he was doing the segment with the Street Profits. Who was it? Chad Gable that he was beefing with?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was Chad Gable
like,
and Otis in
yeah.
Dallas. Just
Terrible.
Yeah, man. He did have a little bit more swagger when he was on NXT last year. So
right.
I mean, at
But
least
it's
there's
like,
some progress in that aspect. But
it's like don't
in the ring, I'm not worried about it. Like, I'm sure he can catch
Right.
on in ring perfectly fine. But it's the other shit that matters more in wrestling. And it's just like we ain't seen that for real from him. And it's just like he need a mouthpiece or something. Like, put him with his brother.
Hey, Damon is cold. So
like put him with his brother Drew and Charlie Dempsey. Put him with that nigga. There's another nigga in the group, I think. I don't know who he is.
It don't matter.
It don't.
But yeah,
Hold on, I'm interested though. Who is this other Miles Bourne? Who the fuck is that guy?
Right.
He hella looks generic too. That's crazy.
It's a serious question too, y'all. Who is Miles Bourne?
With all that being said, this nigga's deaf.
Okay.
That's crazy.
It is.
This whole time y'all got a deaf wrestler. Y'all ain't making no big deal about it.
Hey, listen, that's growth.
That's fire. That is growth. Like, we used to them making a big deal out of everybody.
Right. And on one hand, it is surprising to me. It is surprising to me that they don't acknowledge it at all. But, like I said, it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah.
Since we can just cruise on it.
Maybe that's why we don't know nothing about him. He ain't said nothing because he deaf.
Hey, man. It is what it is. Just give him a manager. It'll work out.
Yeah. I mean, he in the group, so he's solid. He the dude that don't stand out in the group. Like,
yeah.
Drew is Drew. Damon, he speak a lot. Charlie Dempsey we know what he about. This is the other nigga that's right there. I'm just saying, put Gable Steveson with that group if y'all gonna do something with him after the Olympics are over with in the fall. Yeah. If he want to actually be there, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, because I'm not getting that vibe anymore.
Yeah, I never had it before. Like, it never really seemed like he wanted to be there to begin with. It was just like Paul Heyman, my nigga. So I'm gonna see what this is about.
Mhm.
If it don't work out, it don't work out. And look at it not really working out so far.
It's a damn shame.
I could have signed me, bro. I would.
Hey, listen. When you take it serious, you can tell.
Facts. It's very obvious. It's big facts. Before we get into the everything that happened this past week in wrestling, y'all know we doing this monthly peasant now in 2024. So without further ado,
I'm packing the air, this gas what?
These peasants, you peasants.
I got a peasant of the month for the past month in February. January, you already know who that went to.
Yeah.
Vincent Kennedy McMahon. He had to get that. He was all over the news in January for a lot of peasantry. But this past month, the only people so far in the year to get Peasant of the Week twice. Y'all got it 2 weeks back to back. Y'all know. Hashtag you niggas. Bring that ass here.
Bring that ass here, boy.
I don't like to spend a lot of time talking about y'all.
Nope.
So I'm not. But y'all just a mess for most of the month. Y'all know what y'all did. The whole shit with Cody being Cody Crybabies over here, sending death threats to The Rock's daughter, just being just a crazy nuisance.
Embarrassing.
I had to give y'all Peasant of the Month this past week. But you know what I'm going to do, Reek?
What's up?
I'm going to give them Peasant of the Week
I'm
for this
packing
week.
the air, this gas what?
These peasants, you peasants.
Y'all getting it for this week, too. So bring that ass here again.
Boy.
Wait, what happened?
TCF, baby. And the F is fuck is wrong with you niggas. That's what it stands for, man. Because I heard about some shit going on with Bianca over on Instagram.
Oh, facts. Yes, sir.
And I'm just saying, bro. And it's not that I wanted to see this anyway. But I'm just saying, what took y'all so long to really show y'all true colors in regards to this woman? Because she's been on top for 3 years straight.
Facts.
And just now, all of a sudden, y'all just showing how y'all really feel.
Hey, man.
Over a video game cover, bro.
It was only a matter of time.
Yeah. With that being said, y'all know what y'all did. Welcome to history again. You're my favorite people to get this award to.
But, I mean, well, who was surprised by this? It's like y'all been throwing out strays for the longest time. Been saying the quiet part for what, 3 years now?
Yep.
Little bit over. So I mean,
low-key 4.
If
shit, they were doing that when she was in NXT. You remember what Sam Roberts said?
Oh yeah. Listen. Yeah.
So about 5 years now. Over 5 years.
Nobody care what Sam Roberts got to say.
I legitimately do not.
Ever since Edge calls him Krusty the Clown, I have never taken a single word that Sam Roberts says serious. Ever.
That man had to shave his head bald.
Yeah. And now he looked like Moxley.
He do. Oh, bro, he looked just like Moxley. That was crazy.
If you want to know what the man gonna look like in about 10, 15 years, there it is.
My man's look like John Moxley who went to college.
Oh. Ooh.
Like if John Moxley just started wearing suits and shit all the time, that's what bro looked like.
That's really nasty. For real.
Evil John Moxley. Like John Moxley is like evil Sam Roberts at this point.
Oh. Yeah, that's nasty.
Anyway,
hell.
Yeah. Congratulations, you niggas. Y'all on pace for the Peasant of the Year right now. It's 2 months.
The secondhand embarrassment is real, man. I talk about it all the
Yeah, it
time, but like, it'd be some times where
I seen a lot of stuff from y'all this week that I was just like, oh my God, I cannot wait until Mania is over with and I'm no longer engaging in wrestling discourse. I said it already and I'm sticking to it. After WrestleMania, I will not engage in wrestling discourse outside of Young Kings Wrestling. I might not even do it on here. We might have to find another way to do this show.
damn.
I can't do it with y'all no more, man. Y'all different.
Some of the toxic shit be enjoyable, but nah,
Sometimes.
man, it's mad. It's terrible.
Yeah,
And these
y'all tripping.
some of the same people that was defending that Darby shit in Revolution.
You want to talk about that?
I'll gladly.
That was the next topic. AEW Revolution.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sting. Shout out to Sting's sons though. Out here came out in the Wolf Pack. One of his sons was the Wolf Pack. One of his sons was the Surfer Sting, and then of course Sting was current Crow. That shit was fire. That was out there taking doing bumps too. I think whatever son was in the Surfer Sting did the Stinger Splash. No, it was the son in the Wolfpack joint. I think both of them did it actually.
Yeah, I seen the clip.
His sons can wrestle if they wanted to.
Oh, facts. You can see.
They both play football, so they got that. They athletic enough. They know what it takes to be in a locker room. They know how to operate like their dad was. I'm pretty sure the reason why they didn't wrestle is because they seen their dad do it and they just don't want to be a part of it. Understandable. Because especially around the time Sting was wrestling, Sting was a wild nigga. If you know, you know. Sting was a wild nigga. Yeah. My man was out here on them roids, out here getting hoes, all that.
Tripping.
Yeah, Sting was on that Tony Khan diet, all that. Snowman, nigga. That was him.
I'll say they had some things in common to talk about.
Facts. But listen, Sting was out here taking some bumps I had never seen Sting take before. Like some crazy bumps. I was shocked. Like multiple tables.
They doing that in your 60s is wild.
Yeah. So doing that in the 60s is crazy. He just had to use up the remaining balance on his bump card. That's all that was. When you got points that's about to expire at McDonald's, you're like, oh shit, let me get some shit that I don't normally get.
Load up.
So he was just using it. He was like, man, I ain't about to use this shit no more. I might as well. It was interesting. He brought up Darby Allin though, man, and y'all seeing in this match why I don't fuck with Darby Allin. I never fuck with Darby Allin.
Nope.
Y'all saw it. Stop. I've been saying this for like 5 years now. Stop comparing this nigga to Jeff Hardy, bro.
Please.
Stop comparing him to Mick Foley. I see people be like, oh, Jeff Hardy and Mick Foley jumped off of shit all the time. They never did no dumb shit like fucking jumping through glass. Exactly. I ain't never seen either of them do shit like that.
Any spots they did, they were calculated, they were thought out. It wasn't just about, hey, let me toss myself off through any hard surface I can find. No, they did something like, okay, let's set up a ladder here. Let's set up a table here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, granted, like a lot of what they did was falling off of shit for no primary reason.
But it was more like, it was more about, okay, let's see how high I can get, or let's see, how many tables I can go through, whatever. This man gonna put real glass out here. This is what? How many months after All Out? What was it?
We coming up on about 6.
Yeah, because it was before. Yeah, it was before he came back at Survivor Series, so about 6 months. Just after that incident where he was back there trying to tell them, listen, we're not using real glass in these spots. And punk ass Jack Perry wanted to say, oh, let me get this car out here and let me do a suplex on top of the windshield to let him know it's real glass. And this guy, off the top of this ladder, through
20
some
feet.
real glass. 20 feet. And now he had his whole back looking like he was in a horror movie. Like, why? Why? And why was this?
Listen,
Why was this allowed to happen?
yeah, man. They coming up on a lawsuit because like a little disclaimer is not enough sometimes, bro.
Yeah,
A disclaimer just is not enough. Y'all gonna fuck around and find out somebody like people were talking about they got glass flying on them because they were sitting ringside. I'm not buying a ringside ticket to get glass thrown on me because
right.
y'all want to do some dumbass shit. For what?
Complete stupidity. We just talked about it. How they acknowledge their own negligence. This is worse because, like you said, it's a disclaimer. There's a disclaimer for things that make it hard to watch. Like, perfect example, they made Judgment Day 04, they made a TVMA because there was a lot of blood because Eddie, he went a little too far with the blade. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that's hard to watch.
A disclaimer for people that pay to be there.
Yeah, like you created an environment that now could cost you a lot of money. Not to mention
like a
whatever happened
disclaimer,
to
like,
him.
oh, we're going to be recording, so be aware that you're going to be subject to possibly being on camera. That's different. They put up legit disclaimers saying, yo, we don't claim liability for if you guys get hurt because people are brawling in the crowd or it's a lot of weapons and weapons might get thrown into the crowd. Like, just putting a disclaimer talking about you don't claim liability is not enough, my nigga.
Not at all.
If somebody really wanted to go after you because somebody really got fucked up, was there a liability disclaimer when MJF threw a fucking glass of tequila on a little kid?
Hey, man.
I would sue the fuck out of them for that. I don't give a fuck if you'll take my kid backstage and give him some foam fingers and some t-shirts. I don't give a fuck. I'm suing.
That's what I'm saying. It's that playing fast and loose. It's like, well, we don't like to make comparisons to WCW, but it's like shit like that some commonality, and y'all are just taking it way over what any company back then did. Like,
yeah,
do not think about that. Not to mention what could happen to him. What could have happened to him? Like, what happened if he does that spot and gets some infection? No wrestlers don't get insurance, so It's like, why you even thinking of doing this to yourself?
Right.
You're just gonna have to reopen that discussion of wrestlers who get busted up young, pass away young, like stupid shit like this. We're gonna be seeing
GoFundMe's for this nigga in about 15 years.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro,
he in AEW, so he getting paid a lot, but maybe he don't need a GoFundMe. But we definitely gonna be hearing about, and people be like, "Oh, he's fine now." It's like these are wrestlers. This shit gonna take a while to catch up to them.
I'm just gonna call it now. About 5-6 years, AEW is just gonna be a GCW expansion pack. That's really all it's gonna be. Because the people that the people that actually want some structure, they're gonna go to WWE. They're gonna go to TNA or New Japan. Like, that shit is just gonna be for the people that want the indie stuff, the hardcore stuff. That's all AEW is gonna turn out to be at some point in time.
Yeah, that's you right on the money with that. Sting, though. Shout out to Sting. Glad he won. History would not have been kind. I'm history. By the way, if Sting lost.
Yeah, man. Not to them.
Yeah, not to them. To anybody else. Not anybody, but just there's a lot of better options for him to lose to. So he went out on top. Cool. Tag titles have been vacated. They got a tournament. They love some tournaments over there. So
all the time.
We know who win in the tournament, though.
Hey,
we know who won in the tournament.
It's funny where that ranking system go, though.
Right.
Would have been a good time to use that.
Facts. My thoughts on the rest of the show, I don't really have any. Because it took me 3 hours almost to find something that worked. Because I even heard the pay-per-view, like people that actually paid, it wasn't working for a lot of them early on in the show. So that's why I don't have time for that. So shout out to a bunch of people that gave streams without giving the streams out on
Yeah.
some real low key shit. So took me about 3 hours. I only saw the last 4 matches, starting with Tony Storm and Deonna Purrazzo. That was crazy. Number 52 took that L. So I'll be at Double or Nothing because I said if Samoa Joe wins, I will buy a ticket. I said if number 52 lost, I would buy a ticket. Now, don't have me out here buying tickets to Double or Nothing and y'all have 52 get the win and get the world title in Vegas. Because then I'm going to, call my bank up, be like, hey, I want to dispute this transaction. I don't remember making this.
Hey, look, you'll
That's
know
how that's
about 3
gonna
weeks
go.
ahead of time.
Yeah, I'm literally about to wait till the day before the show to buy my ticket. Like I did last time. Osprey and Takashita was cool. Somebody teach Bruv how to sell though. It's gonna get old real quick.
Yeah,
because a lot of that took me out of the match. It was still decent.
Like Iron Man when he get hit, and I don't.
Yeah, this man took some bullshit ass pile driver that was just like. And when I call it a bullshit pile driver, I'm not saying that to be negative in regards to it. When I say a bullshit pile driver, I mean like should have killed a normal person.
Right.
And in a normal company, it would have been the finish. But nah, this shit went on an extra like 5 minutes. This nigga popped right back up.
Yeah, the non-finished kings, him, Kenny,
Bucks.
Probably, the Bucks, Okada, like it goes crazy from there. But
big no sell energy.
Yeah,
but
I'm not a fan of that.
Nah, me neither. But this show, it was one of their best pay-per-views in a minute, I think, in the last. Revolution usually is good.
Yeah.
Like top to bottom. Except that sparkler shit a few years back. Even before the sparkler shit, that card was still decent. But like Sting made his debut at Revolution a few years back. So yeah. AEW, they put on some pay-per-views now. The television, I don't want to see that shit. So I don't.
They got another one coming. They got
I heard about that.
New I think it's Dynasty.
Okay.
That's gonna be coming up. So I mean they said they're gonna try and get up to about 8 to 10 pay-per-views now for the year, since they only usually have like 4 to 5. Plus, whatever cross brand promotion they try to do. So I don't know. We'll see. If this means that they're not going to be like 4 or 5 hours long every time, good. I can work with that.
Having them on Sunday, people got work in the morning, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we start watching at 7 o'clock and we ain't done till like 12:30. Like,
yeah, tripping, big tripping. Let's talk about NXT Roadblock because I just finished that up. Roxanne Perez, wildin'. What's up with her, man? She tripping.
I don't know.
She been tripping a lot lately.
There was nothing in the profile that says that she was like a loose cannon like this. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's in the profile of her being 4'11"? That's how they operate.
That's true.
She got a Napoleon complex. That's all that is.
Hey,
things ain't working out for her at work.
Mm-hmm.
And she's short, so she gonna lose her temper. But shout out to your boy, Tony D.
And forget about it!
Being the third realest nigga in the whole company. This man fought Mello, #1 contender. And in the middle of the match, Trick Williams' music started playing, distracts Mello. And then Tony D was like, hey, man, I had to do it to him. That was all me. But you know what? Trick Williams is here for real, for real. So he the third realest nigga on the roster. I don't know who 1 and 2 are. Trick Williams is 1 or 2.
I'm about to say, like, Trick it's got to be.
So I don't know who else above both of them, but there's somebody around here.
I give 20 points for creativity, but listen, I'm never gonna be happy with Melo taking a loss to that man. I won't be okay with it.
Hey, context matters. Because I don't be happy with Melo taking losses either, but context matters.
That's true.
I'm just saying, bro.
Tony
I
ain't
don't
gonna
like
win, though,
I don't
so
like fake niggas, bro.
listen,
I don't like fake niggas. I don't like snake niggas. I don't like
I'm
niggas
right
from
there.
Boston that Celtics fans. Carmelo Hayes is all of that.
I'm right there with you. Like I don't approve of the whole shit. So you know what I'm saying. Karma got to come around at some point in time. Tony ain't gonna win that title though. So I
Oh yeah, we know that's not happening.
Yeah.
There was a very glaring omission from this show. I did not get my weekly dose of Jada Parker.
That's criminal.
So I went
That's true.
and I stood outside and I just ate a banana and proclaimed how much I didn't like that shit. I might have to drop a dime on them niggas.
That's a fact. Yeah, man. You can't start, giving us weekly doses and then stop 1 week. Like you got to keep the rotation going. This is unexcusable.
We did get Lash Legend though, so I'll take it.
That's true.
I'll take Lash Legend.
Hey, I never gave Lash her flowers for pulling double duty. I think it was like 2 weeks ago. So
yeah,
that was a real one.
Unexpected.
I think that was with Shotzi. Shotzi had the injury, so she had to pull up, and she put on a banger with Lyra. Like, yeah, listen.
Yeah, went crazy.
The time comes.
After wrestling like 20 minutes before too.
Yeah, exactly.
Somebody had to do it. Shout out to her. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw right quick, man. Real quick, shout out to Juju Watkins of USC winning the Pac-12 championship. Love that. Monday Night Raw. Your boy Seth freaking got a lot on his plate in Philly. Is officially going to be taking part in 2 matches, maybe 3, possibly 3, could be 3. Keep overlooking Drew Mack if he want to. Even Drew was like, "Hey fam, like dead ass, like you care about this Cody shit? Act like I ain't around. Act like I'm just a soft ass nigga."
Yes, it's not smart, bro.
And then he want to start talking crazy. Talking about Seth. Seth want to talk crazy. Even The Rock was just like, "Oh, you start talking crazy when the cameras go off."
Right.
Even Drew McIntyre was like, "Oh, you talking crazy now that you behind your little Twitter fingers. Now you talking crazy to me."
Yeah, he was airing.
So
them
keep
out,
overlooking him if you want to, man. Seth, you need to focus. I don't know if your focus just ain't where it need to be going into WrestleMania. And I got a little bit more to say in regards to Seth Rollins in a second, but don't forget Big DP in the cut too.
Oh yeah, I was about to say
I'm saying
you got to be on.
We might have 3 matches in Philly.
Like listen, and Drew done had every WrestleMania circle since the pandemic ended, so you cannot be sleeping. But yeah, Priest sitting up there just laying in the cut for whoever pull up and win at the end of that, or maybe before they win. It could be during. It could be in the middle of the match. We don't know.
Possibly, you never know. But we did get some good ass wrestling on Monday night, man. Speaking of Damian Priest, him and Finn Balor had a crazy joint versus Imperium. Y'all was going nuts. It wasn't even for the titles neither. Like, wasn't even nothing on the line. And y'all was just going him. And then, you had Drew Mack and Jay Uso in the main event. Sami Zayn and Ivar went crazy. I got something to say in regards to that. And then Nia and Becky had a fire little joint too.
Again.
Ended in disqualification after interference from Mary Jane Morgan. So I wonder how Becky Lynch feels to be 2018 Charlotte Flair now.
Damn. That's crazy.
Because that's where we at with it. That's where we at with it. And at least she got the self-awareness, just like, damn, I've become what I hate. I am the New York Yankees.
Right.
Becky Lynch is a New York Yankees. Crazy work.
When your stock goes up like that, ain't nothing you can do.
Charlotte Flair, she that Shannon Sharp, like, you see? And my favorite match of the night on Monday was for the Intercontinental title, Dom Mysterio versus Gunther.
Bruh.
Jeff Hardy versus Undertaker type beat.
I don't think it was a title match though.
What wasn't? Oh, it might not have been, but they still went him.
Still, yeah, my guy was like, "How you trying to chop Gunther? Like, what you?" And Cole up there, say like, "What's wrong with you?"
Gunther chopped the shit out, bro, too.
And then came back from the commercial break with it, chopping him all over the place.
Yeah, ripped that nigga whole gear up. Like, no, it wasn't for the belt though, but they went crazy. They went real crazy.
Yeah,
it should have been for the belt. It should have been for the belt. That Dom face turn is coming.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna be familiarized with it.
Yeah, when he break out from them, it's gonna be up
soon. But Gunther's next challenger will be decided in a gauntlet match on Monday. We got Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, JD McDonough, Big Head Boy, Shinsuke Nakamura, Ricochet, and Bronson Reed. Ivar walked up to Sammy, was just like, "Hey fam, what the fuck you getting in this match for? Like, nigga, I've been putting in work the last couple," and I agree. I was just like, yo, Ivar does deserve to be in that match over this nigga.
Exactly.
Sammy's been losing every match until a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, to the point that they had to start interviewing him about what's next.
Right. Like, you get a lot of spotlight for being a loser, and then you win a couple matches. This nigga Ivar out here beating former WWE champions and shit. That happened.
Terrible.
Beating former King of the Rings. Sami Zayn ain't did shit. He beat who Sami Zayn beat to get him. He broke his winning streak a couple weeks ago. That's how little Sami Zayn matters to me. That I don't remember shit that goes on. I just remember he lose a lot. This man beat Shinsuke.
Oh yeah.
After losing every fucking match he was in for a couple months since before the holidays. Before the holiday season.
He lost a good couple of Shinsuke before that too.
Yeah. I'm going through Sami Zayn's joint right now. Hold on, we're gonna find out.
He was just getting his look back with Shinsuke. That isn't even really like.
Yeah.
That just gets you even.
Sami Zayn beat Big Head Boy on the kickoff of Crown Jewel. Before that, I can't even. When was the last time he won a match before that, bro? Like, we might be going all the way back to the summer.
Damn.
He won a tag team match in September. Singles, the last singles match this man won before he beat Shinsuke a couple weeks ago was in August.
Damn.
Versus the same guy that he beat at the Crown Jewel joint. So, like, before that Crown Jewel joint, he won one match from August to November in Crown Jewel. One match.
I don't trust it. He a op.
But he get into the gauntlet match for what? Over Ivar.
Somebody. He a op. He snitched on somebody. I don't care.
He probably did. He looked like a snitch. He carry himself like a snitch. Let me go to Ivar shit, because I'm over here sticking up for Ivar. You know, I don't be wanting to see Viking Raiders nothing.
No, I really don't.
But this man Ivar was going ham. Outside of the one loss to Akira Tozawa, Ivar deserved to be in that gauntlet over Sami Zayn. And I personally feel like Ivar should stake his claim and take Sami out of that match at some point on Monday night.
Listen, I hope he does.
I do too.
Like, be here for all of that negativity that comes out of it. I don't care.
Oh yeah, I'm talking big shit. Who you got winning this joint?
It's Chad. It's Chad Gable. Yeah. Like, I don't care what y'all trying to insinuate with the Sami got to get to WrestleMania. Like, no, I don't want it. I'm not asking for it. Don't try to shoehorn it in. No, Chad Gable, out of everybody in this match, gonna put on the best match with Gunther, and he might be the one to take it. Because I mean, at this point, it could be any day now. So, yeah, no, I need that. Expedition.
I'm just saying. I remember when Gunther won, and him and Ludwig was like, "No American will ever hold this belt again." They don't get no more American than Chad Gable.
Right.
So I
American
agree.
Alpha.
And you made you made my man's daughter cry too.
Yeah. I done forgot all about that till he said it last week. He was like, hey, listen,
Right.
made my daughter cry in the front
So
of the crowd. Like,
he coming out for blood with you.
yeah, man, you gotta get it back.
And then also on Monday Night Raw, your boy Apollo Crews showed back up, man.
What happened to that boy?
That's wild. For Andrade too.
Right. Y'all was pissing me off calling that Andrade's debut on Raw too.
Yeah,
Like y'all legitimately making me angry because y'all kept saying it. Like, oh, is it Andrade's debut? No, it's not.
it's really not.
He's been here before.
When he left, he was on Raw.
Yeah. Like,
He just back. That's all.
I'm familiar with your game. And let's close out with SmackDown, man. Y'all know Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins scheduled to make an appearance. The Rock told him to come through. It was negative. It was real negative. Roman basically called Seth a bitch, called this man a cross-dresser, all that. Called him a bitch ass nigga.
He said it without saying the words. Like,
right.
He just spelled it out.
That good 3-letter F word.
Right.
6 letters if you feeling, you feeling real giddy. You know what I'm saying? The Rock calls Cody Rhodes a mistake, baby. He said, hey man, you 20 years younger than your brother and sister. You were a mistake. Cody didn't like that, slapped the shit out the Rock.
And that's interesting because if you see the age of his oldest daughter and the age of his youngest daughter, there's some distance.
Yeah, big gap.
Way out there too. So that's interesting that he said that. I didn't think about it till the next day. Like, wait a minute, hold on now.
Like, hold on. That's the you remember the Rock was in the hospital bed and shit, like he gave birth.
Yeah. Like, hold on, fam.
Well, yeah, Cody slapped the shit out the Rock. Again, I feel like you can't be assaulting your superiors like this, man. This dude just like this your new boss, fam. Like he only been your boss for a couple months. You out here assaulting him on television. Like I feel like his title shot should be taken away for some shit like that. Honestly, like you can't be doing that. You can't just like I got superiors I've only known for a couple months too. Like, what if I just go around slapping them? You think I'm gonna still be able to come into work the next day? No.
Hell no.
Probably getting walked out of there in handcuffs.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Listen, you black man and you got locks. You slap somebody.
Black man working for $1 billion corporation. So like
you'd be lucky if you go out in cuffs, honestly, in a situation like that.
Yeah. You mean Cody Rhodes? Cody can slap a black man who's his boss and get away with it? That's not cool with me. I ain't rocking with that, bro. I ain't rocking with that. Well, you slapped a black man who I look up to. I'll just say it, dog.
They've been calling Cody, they've been giving Cody the black card for a couple of years now, you know what I'm saying?
He's starting to feel himself too much, man. You know how that goes.
He got that Luther King energy.
This is only for Africans. You can't do this.
Yeah.
You can't do what we do. Seth freaking though.
That new entrance.
Oh, that Rock entrance going crazy.
Listen.
Like, damn, I almost bought a WrestleMania ticket. I gotta see this in person.
It's like,
but if he's gonna be around a lot more, I got some chances to see it a lot more. But Seth freaking, man, I'm gonna need him to be a little bit more assertive before WrestleMania, bro. Like again, your focus is just it's not where it needs to be. You're the world heavyweight champion and you involved in some shit that honestly don't really involve you. And then you getting punked out on top of that. Like you be getting punked out since Vegas. Yeah, like you the least important person that be in that ring. Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa more important. They more captivating than you are right now. So let's get that together.
I was cool at this time because he kind of like I don't want to hear no more Diarrhea Dwayne. That was a terrible that was peasant worthy, but you know, I let it slide. But
You could have called.
man,
You could have referenced Black Adam. It was right there.
it really was. But no, it was one of the times like for once he started to, you know, let his voice be heard when they were in the room, because it's like every other time it's just been Cody talking around the two of them. So now he was like, you know, saying what he needed to say without the Twitter fingers and everything like that for once. So I give him kudos for that, but you know, we gonna see going forward.
Need more, as we need more of it. Shout out to Bailey for being a 34-year-old woman talking about she was acting out for attention. 34.
You 36.
You 34.
That's crazy.
Talk about, so I was just doing it for attention. Shut up. That makes sense though, because she was a 25-year-old acting like a 12-year-old forever. So this kind of up her alley to be childish.
I guess. But I mean, you could have. There's so many ways you could have took. You could have said, "Listen, I was overlooked. I came back to, you know, put my stamp on things. Brought some people with me. You know, I had a chip on my shoulder." You could have said any of those things. You said you did for attention. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
Ugh, who writes this crap?
34-year-old woman going on 35.
Terrible.
Her and Taylor Swift the same age.
I mean, two things can be true and apply to both people.
Yeah. One last thing I gotta say, y'all dragging this Almighty Prophets Final Testament shit out a little bit too much.
Oh,
I thought it was finally gonna be over. Y'all told me it was gonna be over, and it still ain't over. Y'all trying to get the Mania so bad.
I keep thinking about every time we say how ever since DJ Paul got in charge, the way that we get booked certain people like Lashley and, you know, our other brothers and sisters around here is sketchy. And I point out Lashley specifically.
The niggas.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like I point out Lashley specifically because I mean the man was WWE champion going into Mania just a couple years ago, and
Yeah.
he done got 3 rings under his belt. So like, what's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why. Like, the initial idea of this, you bring AOP back, and you know him and Cross and all this beefing they doing. I was cool initially, but get to the point. Wrap it up. Science says wrap it up, and let's move on. Because I really wasn't a fan of turning them face to begin with. I was good with Lashley and the Prophets is going full in heel, like digging into it. But now we just go into, you know, generic Hurt Business all over again. Like I don't want to rehash the old stuff. You know what I'm saying? We did this already.
Yeah, it's mad lame, but
what
can you do?
We're not putting enough emphasis on the Street Profits. Like we know Lashley is the guy in the group, but
Right.
when's the last time Street Profits had a match? And
last month. They had one match last month. But
yeah. And when we gonna see B-Fab get in the ring? Because I'm glad she getting involved, but like Scarlett can wrestle.
Listen, I'm gonna reserve my comments on that.
Like at least if we're gonna drag this out,
I don't think I'm dying to see B-Fab wrestle, but
I mean, look, if you're gonna, I'm just saying, if we're gonna drag this out, at least get the other people more involved and just keep rehashing the same spiel every other week. You know what I'm saying? That's all I
agree. I agree, man. We've come to the end of the road, man. Went a little overtime from what I wanted, but it's all good. Let's plug our socials and get up out of here.
Yeah. Y'all can find me at Havoc24 on Instagram and on Twitter. Also, go check out the Havoc Hour where I talk sports and entertainment on all streaming platforms where you find Young Kings Wrestling, Google Podcasts, Anchor, X, Spotify. Video versions up on YouTube. All the content is out right now.
And I am the thespian TC Fontaine. Follow your boy if you feel like it on Instagram, tc.fontaine, Twitter, TC Fontaine. Follow Young Kings Wrestling everywhere. at YK Wrestling. Go follow my photography page, FOY.flicks, also on Instagram. And that's all your boy got, man. I don't really got nothing else. I don't really got
Yeah,
nothing
no,
else.
we cool, man.
Trying to get out here some more wrestling shows here in Vegas, man. I think Versus got something coming up soon, so I'm gonna have to go see what they talking about. Let's see when the next Versus show is actually. I thought it was supposed to be this weekend. I might have missed it. I might have missed it actually, man. I'm trying to find it. My bad, yo. You know how that go. You trying to look for something live and you just can't find it.
That's a fact.
Damn, it was this weekend. I'd have missed it. It was last weekend. So I'd have missed it. I wanted to go to that. That's fucked up, bro.
Cold-blooded.
I know. That's hella fucked up.
Man,
it was definitely last weekend. It's tough. It's cool.
Sheesh.
I'll go to the next one, man. My bad Versus. My bad, y'all. You know, players fuck up.
Yeah, man.
It was my peoples is out here going crazy too, man. All the usual suspects. And I missed it.
All right. Yeah,
I'm a terrible person, guys.
Go out to this way. Probably about 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. Y'all got Alpha stuff out there, so.
Yes, sir.
When the last time you been to that?
Oh man. It had to be like before Christmas, honestly. So I'm overdue.
That's tough. TNA got one coming up though. April 20th, Rebellion. So I'll be in there. I'm actually let's go cop our tickets right now. And then Double or Nothing. So I'm about to be out here tough. Man. I'm gonna try to come out some more shows. I can't just go to WWE starting to they starting to get up there. They started to get pricey, so I don't know. You might not see me at WWE shows like that. Fucking house show tickets costing the same as an episode of SmackDown. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't like that, B.
I'm gonna know. I'm TBD on Mania, but I'm gonna know like going forward what's gonna look like because they coming out here in May. That ticket is always solid, but we gonna see what happens when they come around this year.
Hey, but listen, if you trying to get your tickets or anything, you SeatGeek and use the code YK Wrestling to get $20 off.
We ain't talked about it in a minute, but that's a fact.
I know. They don't like to pay us that often, so I don't shout them out like that. But when I shout them out, I shout them out. So,
yeah, man.
Shout out to SeatGeek. Hey, we be back next week, yo.
Said I'll be back to hold you down. I don't want to leave.
But we got to go right now. Like I said, man, we'll be back next week with another one. Young Kings Wrestling Podcast. We out of here.
Yeah.
Gone.